Recording in progress.
Yo, what up? What's good, people? I'm your boy Trey Frazier. I got my brother Maestro Styles here with me today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Welcome. It's another episode of the Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast. We're also streaming on YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitter. You can follow us on those platforms. On Twitter at Barbershop SPOR2. Click the like button on the Facebook page. Also click the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. You can also follow us on IG at Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast. What's good, homie? How you doing, man? What's poppin'?
Coolin', man. Just another day in paradise.
That's what's up. Oh, I don't want to forget. Hashtag free Brittany Griner. Hashtag sell the team Sarver. Hashtag sell the team Snyder. Hashtag lock Brett Favre up.
And fuck them individuals that decided that Brittany Griner should stay in jail for 9 years. Her appeal got denied today.
That's wild, man. Like, she can't even get an appeal. Like, that's wild stuff to me, bruh. I mean, I get it's a different, country, different set of rules, but damn, man. Like,
I mean, I do hear that they're still trying to work out the whole trade thing,
with the guy that's locked up here, right?
Yeah, I don't want to say criminal for criminal in this situation, because I don't like the sound of Brittany Griner being a criminal for her charge. But they are working on the swap. Is what I hear.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess at this point, all you could do is kind of hope. Yeah, that goes favorable for Brittany Griner.
Yeah, well, the problem from what I heard is that the dude that's locked up here that Russia's negotiating a swap with, that guy apparently is no good to really anybody, because that guy could unleash hell on this country, from what I heard. So I think there's a lot of stuff that's going on behind the scenes, that the reason why they're not pulling the trigger on this is because of something like that could affect possibly not just this country, but the world, period. So I mean, that's what I heard.
But I don't even know what you mean by release hell.
Well, the guy that they got locked up, apparently I think he's a part of some kind of Russian mob that wants to put an attack on the country. If anybody out there that knows the story, a little bit differently, or, maybe I'm not saying the right things, please do so. But from what I heard, that's the reason why they haven't executed this swap, for Brittany Griner yet. But, for me, it's, free Brittany Griner. Now, do I think she deserved the punishment? She deserves some punishment, but that's excessive. 9 years is just excessive, bruh. I mean, for some weed, 9 years
for some oil.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's excessive, man. And that's sad. That she can't get an appeal. A lot of folks here who've done a lot worse things have gotten appeals, whether they've won the appeal or whether they've lost it. The fact is that most people in this country who request appeals, they get appeals at the very least.
I'll say this. It's not this country. So there's that's kind of a false comparison.
Yep.
But I don't care what country we're in. I still think that, like, I'm not so much concerned about what's right and what's wrong in the legal system of Russia, because I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I know that she's an American and that she should come home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I don't know how this works, but if they lighten her sentence here and she does 3-6 months here, okay. I just want her here on U.S. soil. I don't want her over there.
I don't
You
think she
know,
should be. I don't think she should be in jail. I think she should be brought home. So look, man, whoever is up to make it happen. I know y'all don't. I mean, if there's any validity to the story of them not wanting the Merchant of Death, as they call the dude, they don't want the Merchant of Death to go to Russia. If that's true, then find somebody else, man. All I'm saying is I can't imagine.
who is
All
that?
I don't know. I can't. Well, my point is I can't imagine, and obviously we're not experts at this conversation, but I can't imagine him being any more dangerous there than he is here. Why is he more dangerous there than here?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, again,
You'd have to talk
I
to
don't
some
know.
experts on that. I have
Right,
no
right.
clue. But our homie, the homie Melvin is up here in the YouTube live chat. What up? What
What
up,
up, bruh?
homie? And thank you for clearing that up, homie. The guy is a weapons dealer, so I think that's what people are, a
I
little,
don't,
worried about.
that
Is
don't
that
really answer my
the dude
question.
got access to all kinds of weapons and there's this theory out there that if he gets back over to Russia, that it does more harm to us over here than it would if he's kept, you know, kept in prison here. Because when he goes over there, he's not going to prison. I think that's the whole deal. You swap
Oh,
you swap Brittany
oh,
Griner for this
got
guy.
you.
Because if we want Brittany Griner to be out of jail here, then you would think that he's not going to be in jail over there. You
So
would
why
think.
the Okay, so why the hell do they want somebody that's literally nicknamed the Merchant of Death? As why is that an even swap for somebody who got weed or who got caught with weed or?
That's a very good question, and quite.
I'm just saying that's then the
And,
whole idea of that swap was bullshit.
well, do you think they? Well, and I think to your point, does Russia really want the guy? I don't think Russia wants the guy. I think
Well,
they're
wasn't
just.
it that?
I think they're just toying around with the fact that they got one of ours over there on some BS for some oil, and they locking her up for 9 years. I don't think they really want the swap.
Free Brittany Griner,
That's
man.
just me.
Free Brittany Griner.
Yeah,
How you
yeah.
doing, by the way?
I'm good, man. All's well. All's well on this side, man. Life's good. Family. Life is doing great. So, we just keeping on moving on this side, man. What's going on your end?
Well, for the second time, no, I'm playing. Nah, I'm chilling, man. Oh well, I will say since you asked me a second time, I've been getting ready. Zari, who, if you don't know, my youngest daughter. I mean, I know you know who my youngest daughter is, but is doing a 5K next month. And if you know anything about my child, she don't do anything that's athletic or exercise wise. So we've been working on trying to get her to jog for a mile, then
Mm,
up to two, then up to three. To 5K is about 3 miles, and
yeah,
so I'm trying to get her up to jogging a mile, and she ain't getting there yet, but we working on it.
well, that's what's up, man.
But shout out to my
I
baby.
hope she, I hope she puts the work in, and when that event comes, that's gonna be in DC.
It's in November. Yeah, I think it's at Anacostia Park.
Okay, all right, that's what's up, man. Best of luck to her, and hope she, completes the goal, whatever that goal is. I hope she completes it, man.
I hope she completes the damn 3 miles. If it take 2 days, I just want her to finish it.
Yeah, yeah. No doubt, no doubt. So one of the hottest cities in sports right now is the city of Philadelphia. So you got the Phillies punched their ticket to the World Series last week. The Eagles are 6-0, and the Sixers just started their season, even though they're kind of off to a rough start here. And that's where we'll have a special guest coming on in about 20 minutes. She goes by the name of Briana AKA Breezy. She's the host of the Sports and Stilettos Podcast, which is basically an Eagles podcast, but she's a big time Philadelphia sports fan. So She's going to stop through, and the Eagles have a date with your Steelers on Sunday. So
Yeah.
there'll be a little bit of, back and forth and talking between that when she gets on here. So
Man. I wish I could tell you that it's going to be some spice in this. I wish I could tell you that. I wish I could.
You gonna throw some spice in there anyway, man.
I wish I could throw it and be like, hey y'all, this is going to be a hot topic. Steelers versus Eagles. This is going to be a good game. I wish I.
You'll find a way to spin it in a positive.
Man.
You'll find a way to spin it, I'm sure. As you do weekly, whether the Steelers look good or whether they look bad, you'll find a way to spin it, I'm sure.
I don't know, man. I don't know about this week.
Yeah, well, well, I know how you were feeling about the loss Sunday night to the Dolphins. That was a game that game was there for the taking. It seemed like Miami just wanted to give you guys the game in the second half. From the way I was viewing the game.
Well, the way I see the game is clearly, look. Did I want the game? And I got to shout out Mocha Bella. Mocha Bella texted me late at night after the loss. I didn't want to talk to her that night. I did text her in the morning and told her, she got it.
She stay up after midnight. God.
Yeah, nah. But once the game went off, I was already, I was done yelling. I was done. I just cut the TV off and went to bed. But getting to the game, while I wanted to win the game, obviously, for obvious reasons, for a myriad of obvious reasons, I wanted to win this game. I came away with, even though we lost, I am optimistic about the future of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
What future are we talking? The rest of the season? Or are we talking?
No.
Okay.
I think the victory would be this year if we just left with a winning record, which is obviously we are.
And that's happened maybe 4 times within Tomlin's tenure there? Maybe 4.
What you mean?
I'm saying that's happened about 4 or 5 times during Tomlin's tenure there, where you guys finished 8-8, 9-7, but missed the playoffs.
Yeah, right. At this stage of the game, based on how we've been playing this year, if we can leave with I guess that's a 9-8 record,
9-8, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, if we can leave with a 9-8 record, Tomlin did his job. You know what I'm saying? But getting to the game, this game had little to do with this is one of those games where. If you are Matt Canada, this was not one of those games where I felt like play calling was an issue. Plays were left on the field, period. Plays were left on the field. Kenny Pickett made mistakes. I'm okay with the mistakes he made in this game because he was very actively trying to win this game. I'm cool that these are the growing pains that you have to go through. With a rookie quarterback, with a rookie, you just throw him out there and see what happens. And he wasn't good. He wasn't bad either, but I'm leaning more towards bad. But it's like a rookie bad. It's like what did you expect for a rookie?
Yeah, on several occasions though, they did move the ball on some of those drives. I understand that there were a few other ones where a couple 3-and-outs, but then you had a drive where you was moving the ball down the field, and then you had the final drive where he throws the interception in the end zone there.
We didn't move the ball the entire second half until the last 2 drives of the game. I mean, every other drive before the last 2 drives of the game was 3-and-outs, or maybe one first down, and then
or maybe a big play. Maybe I'm thinking about a drive where y'all had maybe like a big play or something, a big chunk play someplace. Maybe I'm thinking of one of those drives there.
I can't, but I won't pretend to know that I charted. I don't chart games. I know for a fact that in the second half we didn't move the ball at all the entire second half until the last two drives.
Because Miami was 3-and-out for about maybe 3 of those drives in the second half.
They were 3-and-out for more than that. They only scored 3. They only scored 3 points in the.
I thought they. Well, like you, I don't. I don't chart the games, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think they scored in the second half at all.
Yeah. So, with that being, all that to say, is, I hate that we lost, but I'm okay with the loss just because I can see what the defense can become. I can see what the offense can become, and it might not happen soon enough for us to get to the playoffs, but it does leave me with hope for next year, and it leaves me with hope that we can possibly at least get out of here with a winning record, so Tomlin can get that record, and then we'll see what's happening next season.
Well, there's good news and there's bad news in regard to that. So I think the good news part of this for Pittsburgh, I would think, is the fact that the NFC South sucks right now. You don't got a team in there with a winning record right now. I get that you guys already play Tampa already. You got the win there, but then you look elsewhere in that division. Carolina is, not wowing anybody. Atlanta just, got stomped by Cincinnati. And the Saints, my God, I don't know if you watched that game on Thursday, but the Saints just got blitzed right before the, end of the first half there. I mean, it was 14-7, and then 14. I turn around, it's 14-28, and I'm like, what the hell happened? And, Dalton had 2 pick sixes there. So between those 3 teams in the NFC South, I mean, they're playing like garbage right now. And I know that those are games that are on the Steelers' schedule and games on our schedule for that matter too, down the stretch. I would imagine that if your team can capitalize on those teams and them not playing well, those are some wins there. The bad news for the Steelers is that you guys got swept by the AFC East. And the AFC East right now is looking like the second best division in football. With the Jets being 5-2, we know what Buffalo is, Super Bowl contender. Miami's kind of getting back on track, with Tua finally back. New England, it's hard to tell with those guys. I'm actually surprised that they got stomped by the Bears last night. No, I didn't see that one coming. But if you're talking about wild card possibilities in the AFC, y'all kind of in no man's land.
But that's the thing, I'm not.
I know, but those are. I'm just saying, if you guys somehow are in contention for a wild card, it's going to be pretty tough because those teams that I just named, the Jets, the Dolphins, possibly New England, they might be there. They might be right there in terms of wildcard possibilities.
Well, you don't got to worry your head. Playoffs are no longer in my in my predictions. I know. Obviously, I had us winning the division.
You're hoping for the playoffs.
I'm really not. I mean, if we make it cool, but I'm really not. I'm hoping for a winning record so Tom can get his record as a coach with the longest consistent winning season.
I thought he had that already.
No, I think he's tied.
Oh, with Lombardi?
Is it Lombardi? I'm pretty sure he's tied
with somebody. Okay,
I'm pretty sure he's tied.
I thought he had that record already.
No, I'm pretty sure he's tied. But I just want him to get that record, and then we'll get back to what we need to get back to next year, a little healthier with all these young boys a year older, and and hopefully we can right some of the wrongs we need to right. The defense played well Sunday. I don't care what nobody. The defense held their defense. No, but I heard some people.
You're gonna get that in the fan base at times.
That's the problem.
You're gonna get that in the fan base, but
we held them to 16 points. Like I don't know what
y'all shut them out in the second half. Like that's enough.
I don't know what they talking about.
That's enough.
We had a rough first quarter and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what Steelers fans are talking about, and I don't relate to that type of conversation. But like I said, the goal for us. Or for us, is a winning season. If we get to the playoffs, great. But I mean, look, it's gonna be it's gonna be more the same like last year. One first round exit, just to say we made it.
There's no chance. Yeah,
I have no problem with the playoff couch, as you well know.
Well, look, in regards to defense, and I won't say much about my game against Cleveland. We got the W. Thank God for that. Defense, I thought played well. And kind of like you and your fan base, my fan base was kind of doing the same thing. The defense didn't play well, or they gave up another fourth quarter touchdown, which they did. They did in the crunch time when we had another 10-point lead. But I'm just looking at the context of the game. Patrick Queen looked so much better than he did the first few weeks of the season. I mean, he was just all over the place on that field against Cleveland on Sunday. That to me is, a bright spot for me on this defense. And, as far as the offense is concerned, offense is still shaky. I don't know what's going on. Lamar is missing throws. He had Gus in the flat on one play, decided to try to make something happen and got sacked. Also tried to force another one on a one-man route with Mark Andrews in the red zone. Couldn't pull that one off. But a win is a win is a win. Still on top of the North. I know Cincinnati, got their game against the Falcons, so they're tied for first as well. But these fourth quarter woes still haven't left this team. Because I saw glimpses of it again against Cleveland on Sunday. Justice Hill had a fumble, critical time of the game. When you're trying to close a game out, he fumbled there. I don't know why he was there. I would have rather have Gus in there protecting the ball a lot better than he would. But yeah, this
wasn't that Gus' first game back?
It was, and he scored 2 touchdowns. Like his burst, coming out the backfield is all the way back. Dudes is scared to tackle this man. He looked fresh, man. Gus Edwards looks fresh, man. I hope we could get this running game back off and running. We just waiting for JK, and we wish JK nothing but the best, but we're not gonna see him till probably December, I would think, and that'll be just in time to make that playoff push. So all in all, man, 4-3. We got the Bucks Thursday night. I would say a very angry Bucks team at that. After them coming off of back-to-back losses, they look terrible against Carolina. And the fact that Mike Evans had that drop when he was wide open, man, that's crazy to me, bro.
Yeah, for sure that's crazy, and it doesn't help that the whole what you call it, autograph scandal happened right after the game. I mean, for a second he was getting a little I won't say flack, but he was just looking a little crazy after a bad game.
Yeah.
Allegedly signing autographs, which they came out and said that wasn't the case, and the referees came out and said that wasn't the case, and I guess they said the NFL expressed to them the importance of not looking like, even if you wasn't doing nothing, not looking like you doing nothing. I don't know how that's possible, because if people want to people could draw a narrative with anything they see. I guess is the point. But all right, I didn't know that was a thing. Like they can't get autographs from players.
I didn't know that either. So the backstory to all that is, one of our good supporters, we had her on the podcast last year, Sheena Quick, who covers the Panthers as a beat writer. That video was from her. Like that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that video was from Sheena.
Oh, I didn't understand what the Twitter melee was about.
Yeah, that was from her. She was in the tunnel videotaping, and she said this. She said that every Sunday after a Panthers game, she videotapes the players coming from the field through the tunnel. And so when she captured that moment where the ref and Mike Evans were, had the pen and the paper and all that stuff, whatever that was. Yeah, whatever that was. I mean, you really couldn't tell that he was asking for an autograph or not, but it led to speculation. And so, later, she's getting all this smoke on Twitter and all this stuff. And I'm like, hold on, y'all.
I wish I had that information before we came onto the show. I'd have been in there caping. But let me send my cape out right now for all y'all haters sending her hate on Twitter. Fuck y'all haters.
Man, she is
hating ass niggas.
She is great at her job.
I ain't about to pander. Fuck y'all hating ass niggas.
I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. She is great at her job. Every story she breaks is exact, truth when it comes to the Panthers. And I actually hope to get her on as the Panthers come in the schedule. I think next month or so. But yeah, man, y'all lay off of Sheena quick. She doing the job.
We don't like that.
You know what I'm saying? She just But I mean, it got her. It got her. She don't need more exposure because she's on Pat McAfee every Tuesday. Doing a interview spot, but she got a lot more exposure because of this whole thing with Mike Evans and the ref. But shout out to her. Shout out to her for continuing to do the good work.
Well, now here's the thing. I guess it's fair to say that, and I'm sure she's aware of it. What comes with the territory of her job. So. You do something, you do your normal routine, and for whatever reason, this week you get something interesting that makes news in your routine, and all of a sudden you owe people apologies, and you not being real, and you being a snitch or whatever the hell was happening. And that just come with the territory, quite frankly. But still, fuck y'all niggas. We ride with Sheena quick over here.
All day in the paint, man. But yeah, just kind of back to the Bucks, man. Just your quick opinion. Are they cooked? On the Bucks? Are they cooked, or is this they just going through some stuff right now?
I think I hate to be the guy, man.
Don't do it. Leave Todd Bowles out of this. Don't do it.
No, not Todd Bowles at all.
Okay.
No, Tom Brady.
Oh, okay.
No, Tom Brady.
Yeah. Let Tom Brady. Let's give him all the smoke, man.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I hate to be the guy, and I'm not gonna go deep, but the man going through some shit right now. Mm-hmm. I think that's clear to say.
Yeah.
And another perspective that has been thrown around a lot on podcasts I listen to is I'm nowhere near retirement, but what I hear is that Tampa is a great place for retirement. Have you heard that before?
I have heard that on several occasions. Yes.
So Tom Brady is 45 years old, rich, and on his way to retirement. Mm-hmm. So he probably out here living life, and he ain't too much concerned about the everyday minutia of being an NFL quarterback. And that might be, along with him being as old as he is, that might be throwing a little something on it.
You might be right about that, man. I just think you're 45 years old. Your offensive line sucks. And if I'm 45, I don't want to keep getting hit every Sunday. I don't want to keep doing that. You know what I mean? But let's welcome our guest here. Finally, Philadelphia sports fan. She goes by the name of Briana AKA Breezy. She is the host of the Sports and Stilettos Podcast. You could check that out on Spotify or wherever you get your podcast. Miss Breezy, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on. And look, your city's on fire right now. I got to give you that.
Is. It's a great time to be a Philadelphia sports fan.
No doubt. So, before we get into all the shenanigans and stuff, so tell us what got you into the love of sports, and also what made you decide that you wanted to do a podcast?
Well, my love of sports came from my dad. I grew up watching Allen Iverson with the Sixers, and when he got traded, it was just like, okay, like I don't even want to watch basketball anymore. And family comes from diehard Eagles. So watching a couple of football games with my dad, and the rest is history. I fell in love with the way defenses played, hard hits, no remorse, and, just kind of took off from there. As far as wanting to start a podcast, I'd been wanting to start a podcast for a while. And while I was in undergrad, friends of mine were just like, just do it. Because if you don't, then, it's never going to happen. So I was like, okay, I'll wait till I graduate. Had a lot of stuff on my plate at the time. And as soon as I said that, I started seeing, oh, record a podcast here for free. Oh, use this app. It's free. Do this, do that. Running into all these people that were doing sports podcasts or just podcasts in general, and learning from them, getting tons of information from them. And, I was just like, if I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. So I just decided one day to start, and picked a date, and we're now 4 years in.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Love it.
So, my kids, so all I got to do to my two daughters is just keep making them watch it. And eventually maybe they'll get on.
Yeah. I mean, I have a 6-year-old daughter, and she's been bleeding green since birth.
That's what's up.
It's ingrained. She knows when it's football time. She knows what teams to cheer for. She knows the Eagles chant. So, it's a process, but after a few times, they'll get it.
Yeah.
Get it.
Okay, so how do you balance that out? Like, because, we're all parents here. I have 2 kids myself. One is going to be 8 and the other one just turned 6. And, my wife gets on me like every Monday. Hey, you're going to do the podcast? Are you going to cancel yet? Has your guest not shown up yet or confirmed? So, she gets on me every, Monday before we do the recording. But how do you balance that between being a mother and being able to find time to do your podcast, as well as maybe, attend some Eagles games, some sporting events, things like that?
It's really hard. I'm doing a master's program right now online, and I also work full time. So I have like this much time to do my podcast, and I just make sure that I do the research, I do the work, and then when it's go time, it's go time. It's a one shot, record it, save it, post it, done.
Yeah.
Yep.
It took a while to get that quick, but 35, 45 minute podcast, and I'm good to go. So, and I can record at any point, I can record on my lunch break from work. I can record, right after my daughter goes to sleep. I can record in the morning before I have to get ready for work. So it's very flexible as far as doing it by myself, which is something that I enjoy. But not every week is a good recording week.
Yeah, I gotta say you gotta be a good talker, because I give Trey kudos for this all the time. When I don't do a show, he's right on it. I call him my little Curry champion, because he's a great moderator. He's great at just keeping the thing flowing. He don't like when I call him that. He do it right, man. He's able to transition topics into something he's learned over what, seven years, Trey?
We've been doing this 7 years now. Yeah.
Wow.
300. This is episode 313.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
I want to get back to kids for 2 seconds. I want to see if you can help me with this, because
Sure.
I got 2 girls. Now, my older daughter, She's all right. She is Steelers fan. I mean, she's a Steelers fan just because my program worked on her.
Mm-hmm.
So she gets Steelers jersey. She don't say nothing about football, but she's a fan, and I can deal with that for right now. Now, my younger daughter, who's a daddy's girl, for some reason, her mama's program worked on her, and she is a Washington Commanders fan.
Oh no, end that right now.
Commodores.
End it.
Yeah.
End it.
Yeah, see,
Gotta go.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what her mama's saying at their house, but I'm trying to. Do you have any tips to help get my daughter out of this terrible thing? Because she got a life of heartbreak messing with this team.
Yeah, she does. I mean, she's got a life of heartbreak with the Steelers too, but that's neither here nor there. But
Jesus,
I mean, you could start by getting her like girly Steelers stuff. And just having her in that, have her sit and watch the games with you, like that kind of thing. That's what I started doing with my daughter, when she was, able to pay attention to what was going on. I was like, all right, Riley, it's football time. And that was Thursday to Monday, every week, every day, so you just have to make it a habit. So she knows if she comes to daddy's house, it's football time. We're going to watch a game. I'm going to put on my little Steelers stuff. And
that they know. But they would much rather go watch YouTube, Roblox, and now my older one is on this Nintendo Switch Fortnite thing now, because she can do the headset with her middle school friends.
Yeah.
So now they just come out when I'm yelling at the TV, and then they just go back.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's never too late. You never know.
I like that positive energy.
Yeah,
you
never know.
Hey, Maestro, I mean, Snyder could sell the team by the time she gets a little bit older. I mean, I'm still
not okay with her being a Commanders fan.
I mean, look, get Snyder up out of there. They might be good again. I mean, she might.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn how good they are.
Hey, look, I'm just telling you, if she don't want no heartbreak, no further heartbreak, the hope there is that man sells that football team.
He's not gonna do that.
Yeah, and
he's gonna get forced out.
Yeah, and I'm not so sure that gonna happen. If I'm being 100%, I'm not so sure that's gonna happen.
Wow.
You think he's gonna survive it?
Sure.
If he survives this, that's a lot of politics.
Man, I'm telling you,
a lot.
For him to come out like Nino Brown last week, I don't know I don't know if the rest of the Good Boys Club is ready to be snitched on like the light skinned brother from New Jack City. Shout out Christopher Williams.
Well, Jim Irsay was that guy last week when he just came out and was like, "Look, Snyder, if you got some stuff on me, I don't give a damn."
But he didn't snitch. He didn't drop nothing. Irsay say that until he gets snitched on.
Sure. But when
he got to go close that blazer, it's going to hit different.
No, I hear you. But the fact that the man sought the media just to say that's something.
Nah, that's what you call it? That's crying wolf. That's calling bluffs. I'm just saying if we know it's a good boy. We know it's an old. I don't even say good. We know it's an old man club.
Good old boy club.
Good
old boy club.
I'm 100% confident that every single one of them owners got deep dark secrets that they don't want to be out in the press.
Everybody got dirt,
and they all talk about it at the meetings. Like when Bob McNair got called out. Like Bob McNair got called out for the inmates running the asylum years ago. Like all I'm confident that Snyder got dirt on every single one of them.
Well, if them pockets get affected with the rest of the owners, then that's the only way that they really gonna force them out. The money's gonna talk, and I think that's how they get them up out of there.
We love football too much. It ain't happening. I hate to be that guy because Dan Snyder definitely should be gone. But I hate to. I don't think that's gonna go. I don't think it's gonna go that way. Breezy, I'm just going to get to it, man. I am a Pittsburgh Steelers fan to my core.
Where your flag at, man? I just noticed because Breezy. So every Tuesday we do this podcast. Okay, he's showing it now, but
Ew.
if you go through our catalog of our episodes on YouTube, this man always has the terrible towel to his left, and for some reason this week he's got his camera angle like mad different this week. I don't know what that's about.
If you really want to know what happened, I was setting my setup, and the back wheels broke on my little desk for my setup, so I had to do some readjusting, and that's the only reason. It ain't no other reason but that, cause I keep it G with my team. So
okay.
getting to this, look, Look, man, I know we look bad. I know that. And I know y'all look good. I know that. Mm-hmm. But what Chris Berman say?
Go ahead, be subjective.
That's why you play the games. And I'm just saying, y'all got to lose this year. Y'all got to lose this year.
Says who?
Analytics.
No.
Y'all not going. Look. And I'm with y'all as far as projections, and I said it maybe 2 weeks ago. In the NFC, I think it's between y'all and Minnesota. That's what I said, and I hold to that as for right now. But y'all got to get a loss. I think y'all gonna beat us too. Like I think y'all a little what's the word? Overconfident. I think y'all.
No.
I think y'all might be looking past us.
No.
I think
do you know who our quarterback is? You don't overlook anybody.
Come on, don't just Jalen Hurts like that, bro.
Don't do.
That's a black quarterback right there, man.
I gotta do that this week, and don't say black quarterback because you're gonna make me cape for a white quarterback, and I have no problem doing that right now. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that just because I like my team and Breezy like her team. So don't bring black and white. I'm just saying. He coming. The defense played good last week, and I think we're gonna follow that trend this week.
Right, but you do know you're facing a top 3 offense, right?
That's cool. I ain't worried about that.
And a top 2 defense, right?
No, we ain't worried about that.
You're not? You should be. Kenny Pickett's gonna get swallowed up on Sunday. I'm telling you right now. He's gonna get swallowed up.
Nah, we going crazy. See, I was gonna almost be objective. Nah, we going crazy.
Let's do it.
I'm like
Pittsburgh.
What you waiting for, bro?
Pittsburgh 25, Eagles 13. That's the call.
Oh, God.
Excuse me? Are you drunk?
God.
Is it time? Is it drinking time yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
There is no way that this Eagles team is going to let Kenny Pickett and the Steelers
NFL
beat
young
them.
boy.
Nah,
going
it's never
crazy.
Gonna happen.
NFL
you guys
young
are 2
boy.
and 5.
That's cool.
You're 2 and 5. Kenny Pickett's been sacked 6 times in the last 4 games, right?
Hey, that's cool.
He's got great arm strength. I'm not going to hold you on that. He's got great arm strength. He's got George Pickens. I have George Pickens on my fantasy team.
So do I.
Okay? So
and he going crazy.
And
Don't
he
put
could go
Slay
crazy.
over there.
Listen, he could go crazy all he wants. Not going to score no touchdowns though.
Oh no.
Nobody on that offense is going to score touchdowns. So
you saying we not scoring, getting in the end zone at all Sunday?
No.
Woo.
A part of me wants to like this spice. A part of me wants to like it. Only a part of me. But nah, you crazy. We get in the end zone.
Okay.
We definitely get in the end zone.
Okay.
How you see this?
We'll see. Because I mean, if our defense is right behind the Buffalo Bills, then you guys only scored 3 points against the Buffalo Bills. So, what makes this game different?
Because it's time.
No.
Different Sunday.
No.
Different Sunday.
No.
Different Sunday. It's a new Sunday.
No, that's not gonna cut it with me. Sorry.
It's a new Sunday.
Look, Breezy, y'all.
I need to make sure I got her at right on Sunday. So when it goes down,
listen, at me, okay?
It's coming. It's coming. It's
No, it's not.
coming. Look, don't
I want you
worry.
to at me with an apology
It's going
on
to be
Sunday,
I will
saying
say
I'm
this,
sorry
that I ever came.
that you
I,
ever came
that's
at this
fair.
Eagles team the way that you
That's-
did today.
That's fair. And if it's true, my little sister Eagles fan for some strange reason, but
She picked the better side of Pennsylvania. That's what she did.
Woo. Woo. Yeah. You gotta hold that, bro.
Nah.
You gotta hold that.
I just needed to see the energy is all I'm saying. I just needed to see the energy.
Yeah. My brother, I think your team's in trouble on Sunday, bro. I mean, they might play Dreams and Nightmares on Sunday. And
Don't let that happen.
And the fact that the baseball team is about to win a chip.
Hey, bro,
in the city,
hold on,
in the city on fire, bro.
I don't like you throwing Meek Mill into this, bro. I don't like you throwing.
They might play Dreams and Nightmares, bro.
I don't like that you threw that.
It's a rap.
Because you know how partial I am to that song, so I don't like.
I know.
What you just did right there.
I know. That's why I mentioned it, bro. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad on Sunday.
Okay, how do you see it going?
Yeah, I think I get curb stomped, bro. I think it's and this isn't me. This isn't me talking as a Ravens fan, even though I would love to see that happen. But I just think with everything going on in the city of Philadelphia right now, the team is undefeated. The baseball team about to bring a chip to the city. I'm sorry. The two energies between the two teams right now, bro. I don't think the Eagles are overlooking anybody, bro.
What about the Sixers being 0-3? Since you want to talk about the teams around the city.
We're putting the Sixers in timeout right now. We're putting them in timeout. As a city, we agreed that the Sixers are in timeout right now.
Yeah, because you're talking about energy. Like, yeah, it's some other energy around some other teams in that
sure.
city now.
But like she said, they on timeout. Let's focus on the Phillies energy right now. And I think the Eagles are looking at that energy over there next door and saying, yo, they about to get the chip. We gotta, we gotta, stay undefeated here. It's gonna be bad, bro. I think it's gonna be bad. And y'all, and I'm a historian on this podcast, and so I just remember the last game in Philly where Darren Sproles just kind of goes free for the touchdown a few years ago. Mm-hmm. Y'all got stomped in that game, and then y'all history playing in that stadium is not a very good history there. So I don't know, bruh. I mean, if it was in Pittsburgh, I'd be like, okay, anything's possible there, but y'all coming to Philly, man.
Anything is possible in Philadelphia.
No, it's not.
We're gonna see what
it's not. You know why it's not? Because the Dallas Cowboys thought the same thing.
We ain't the Dallas Cowboys.
They thought you're worse than the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So if the Dallas Cowboys are thinking that they're gonna come into this city and win, y'all no, absolutely not.
You're right about that.
Hey, look. I am gonna have my feet up, and I'm just gonna be waiting for the tweet. And Maestro, you was right. You know what?
Those words will never come out of my mouth.
You know what? I got a little spicy. I was a little spicy on your show.
Nah, I'm always spicy.
It's cool,
Always.
and it's cool, and that's
Yeah.
cool.
But
And
listen,
that's cool.
that tweet is never gonna happen.
I love the confidence.
No.
I love the confidence.
You're not going to.
When we win,
You're not going to.
can I get my tweet?
Sure. No. You're not going to get it because it's not going to happen. You guys are not going
She
to
is
win.
confident.
I
love the confidence.
Why I'm confident? You know why I'm confident? Because my quarterback is confident. My offensive line is confident. My defense is crazy confident.
Man.
They are not losing in front of this crowd. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. Hey, Maestro, you got to be visible Sunday morning on Twitter, man. I don't want to catch you not being visible like you did this past, Sunday with Tampa, man.
No. You talking about 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
I was on Twitter. I was on Twitter Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday.
No, fair enough. But the week y'all played Tampa, where everybody didn't give y'all a shot, I know.
I told you what was going on.
I know.
We won that game. So if there's a game for me to not be active,
You're
it's the
playing
game
against
that
a
I need you to
45-year-old
be
man,
visible
like-
on Twitter Sunday morning. I need you to be visible, man.
Hey.
That's all I ask, man.
He ain't the GOAT. He ain't the GOAT no more because he's 45.
Listen, I didn't say he wasn't. I just said you're playing against a 45-year-old man.
Hey, man. Hey, we beat the GOAT. That's all I'm saying is we beat the GOAT.
No, because the GOAT realized he was old. That's why.
I don't know.
The GOAT going through some things.
You think he washed?
Yeah.
You think he done? You think he done?
I think he's done.
Yeah. He going through some stuff.
As my defense on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
So they screwed me.
Sheesh.
When they lost as bad as they did last week.
Well, I'm hoping my team gets a win against Tom Brady this Thursday.
Nah.
Because they need it, bro.
He could be washed after Thursday, but Thursday I need him to show some, you know what I mean? Just one more spurt, one more.
I don't know. Patrick Queen coming on, man. I don't know. I don't know if Brady ready for that, man.
You said they was angry, man. You said they was angry.
I know. They could be angry all they want. But that don't mean they're gonna get a W.
Let me bring it back to Breezy real quick. Breezy, you Philly all the way around, I'm assuming. Sixers, Philly. So tell me about the feelings in the city. Philly's going to the World Series.
Oh, it's incredible. It's a feeling like the Eagles going to the Super Bowl, but it's much bigger than that because of the drought that team has been through, because of the managerial crap that this team has gone through, firing him and then getting, Rob Thompson in there and just taking off the way that they did in spite, or not in spite of, but even with the injuries that, oh my gosh, now I can't think of his name. Jesus, Bryce Harper had, Gene Segura, Kyle Schwarber, like all of these guys were in and out of the lineup. So you had to rely on young guys to step in and do the work and produce the same way that these veterans did. And to see them excel the way that they did, to see them fight, we didn't know they were getting to the playoffs till the last game of the season.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. And then for them to do what they did in each round, it was absolutely incredible to watch.
Yeah, I watched a few of those Phillies games. I watched the one against Atlanta where, I think y'all scored like 8-9 runs in one of those games. And I'm just looking at this team and I'm like, this team is a 6 seed. They had to go up against St. Louis, who, pretty good team. And they had to go up against the champs. Now, me and Maestro, we have this thing where, you respect the champs. No matter how good, no matter how bad they start off. And the Braves were kind of starting off a little terrible in the beginning of the year, but they kind of caught on. They caught the Mets, and sorry, Mets fans, but they caught the Mets. They win a division. And the fact that y'all got the champs up out of there, for me, that's impressive.
Yeah, it's a vibe. Philly is a vibe right now.
It's a vibe. I'm gonna throw one more jab at the vibe, cause you got the answer for it. Are the Sixers in trouble, or are they on the proverbial timeout like you just mentioned? Or are they in trouble?
They're in timeout right now.
Okay.
They're not in trouble. We're only 4 or 5 games into the season.
Right.
83 games. They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Is the narrative that people are calling for Doc's head early on, is that real, or is that just something that people just because they don't like Doc Rivers, they want to get him up out of there?
Oh no, there's people calling for his head out here. Like they truly do want him fired. And it's because of, the collapse pretty much that we saw last year.
Yeah.
Questionable play calling in crucial situations, things like that. But again, 4 or 5 games into the season, can't be calling for the head coach's head yet.
Yeah,
they haven't done anything.
Yeah,
so
I'm with you.
Get Joel Embiid in shape, and
tell James Harden to stop airballing after you shimmy. You can't airball. You can't shimmy and then airball.
Listen, I just need him to shoot and pass the ball. That's it. Like either be a facilitator or be the highest scorer in the game. I don't care what else he does.
Yeah, I got some high expectations for them. I got them finishing third in the Eastern Conference this season. Even amongst what Boston is going through with the coaching change, right. Milwaukee's still going to be there. The Nets we'll have to see how the Simmons thing, and you're shaking your head.
No, no. Wait. I got to get this out because I got into an argument with somebody this morning about Ben Simmons.
Okay.
And I missed the game last night, but I saw a clip of John Morant baiting Ben Simmons.
I saw it.
And getting him fouled out of the game, right?
Yep.
So I was like, damn. Same Ben Simmons he was in Philly, transferred up the turnpike to Brooklyn.
But Briana, not to cut you, Briana, but don't you think he can still be the same Ben Simmons in Brooklyn as he was in Philly? Because let's face it, he's got Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving.
He's not going to shoot. That's the delusion right now. People think he's going to shoot. He's not.
Right.
He
doesn't have to, though.
How are you part of a big three, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie had 37 points.
Yeah.
KD had 37 points. Then you have John Morant getting 38 and
Bane had 38.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How are you among these players being great and you end the game with 7 points? I want somebody to explain to me how that is possible.
You make a great point.
And he's done that almost his entire career in Philly. So it's nothing new to us. We've seen it.
Right.
We've lived through those games where we've lost because he won't shoot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
I mean,
I hear the frustration in your voice.
Now
it's Brooklyn's turn. We tried to tell him, they're like, oh, he's the Holy Grail. He's transformed Ben Simmons. He's not.
Nets fans think that?
Yes.
Huh.
Well,
they really think that he's going to come out there and shoot, and he's not.
Well, do you think I got him being I think he can be a 15-point dude. You don't see that happen.
He shoots the ball, but he's not going to shoot. He doesn't want to be that spotlight player. He doesn't.
Yeah, in my eyes, he doesn't have to shoot. Just, pass the ball, set guys up, get your easy dunks in, get your paint points. That's all he got to do.
I think your example in last night's game is valid because you're talking about your 1 and your 2 scoring over 30, and then their 1 and 2 scoring over 30, and then you lose the game. And it doesn't help that the optic is that you got fouled out on some bullshit. No other way to put it. He got fouled out on some bullshit.
Yeah, the call was terrible.
But the point is that it happened to him.
But he was gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, the point is that it happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
I think the bailout shoot is the same bail that you shoot with Philly. It's early. It's early. I don't anticipate he's going to be out there shooting threes, going crazy. But I do anticipate that he's going to be able to get to the rack with no problem. And I think that's where he's going to manufacture. I think he's going to be able to manufacture points more than it's going to be him having to shoot per se.
Okay.
But you would have it better. Yeah, right. I mean, you would have, yeah.
We'll see. I think the most that he scored here in Philly was, gosh, I'm trying to think back, maybe 28 points in a game.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that was when he was literally the only starter that was playing.
So he had to. He had to put up 28.
He didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
So when in regards to him playing with Kyrie and KD, he now has an option to either shoot or pass the ball, and he's always going to opt to pass the ball. He's not going to opt to shoot because we've seen him. You have an open shot to the basket.
Yeah.
You could dunk on somebody you literally clear 1.5 feet on, and you choose to pass the ball.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember that playoff.
Against the Hawks, right?
Yeah. I remember.
He could have dunked all over. What's his face? And he decided to pass the ball for what?
Yeah.
Unforgivable.
Exactly.
Unforgivable.
That play right there told me he's never playing in that city ever again.
Yeah.
There's no way he could come back from that.
I mean, for the sake of my predictions, I hope he exercises his demons because I
He
like being
won't.
right. Uh, but you know, and
Yeah.
and I want KD to I would feel better with KD being the backup. Like I don't like some of this. It's deserved smoke. Let me be clear on that. It's deserved smoke. I just don't like seeing my man's like that. I need him to go ahead and redeem himself.
Well, don't hold your breath.
Uh, not for nobody outside the Wizards, and the Wizards got me stressed out, so stressed that I don't want to be stressed.
Hey, they 2-1 right now, man.
I don't care what they are right now.
God.
Hey,
Not right now.
come on,
Not
man.
right now. And we are playing good, by the way. But we are
Yeah,
playing.
I was just about to say.
We are
Yeah.
playing good. We are playing good.
Nah, that's
but
what's up.
I've seen this story before where we be like 5-0. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, last year, if you remember.
Oh, I know.
When your team and my Knicks were 5-1,
Remember those days?
we were
1-2?
tied. We were tied on the Eastern Conference. We were tied
Oh, boy.
atop that conference, and then it just all fell apart after that, man.
Man, those days.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you, Breezy. Obviously we talking about Ben Simmons in Brooklyn. How do you feel about James Harden in Philly? And let me just get straight to it. Does this roster, I guess the nucleus of the roster, get y'all a chip, in your opinion?
Yes.
You think this
I
is a
think-
championship, the core?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
As
So
long
you got them in the
as long
finals
as-
then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this year? I just meant at some
Yeah.
point. You
Yeah.
mean this year?
Yeah.
Girl.
Why not?
Okay. I like it.
Hey,
I like that Philly energy right now.
But-
I like that.
But that's what I'm saying. Why not? Like,
I don't
why,
believe James
why can't
Harden.
they?
I don't
Why
believe
can't
him.
they?
I don't believe James Harden.
Why?
I don't think he's gonna be that scorer. He's got a history of not being good in the playoffs. I don't know that he's healthy to be. I mean, he's not the Houston guy anymore. I think we all clear that he's not the dude in Houston no more. He's not going to manufacture points like that. They're a little more stringent on the flopping. So he's not getting fouls like he used to.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just straight on him being able to manufacture points in the way. And I don't think he's going to do that.
Okay.
But
But
I think James Harden is going to be a more effective James Harden. I think he's going to be more of a facilitator
Sure.
in Philly than he is a scorer like he was with the Rockets.
But you see what happened when he took a step back from scoring, right? You had Embiid with 40 points. You had Tyrese Maxey with 25. You had Tobias Harris with 15 and 18 points. And he had 12 points and 12 assists.
12 assists, yeah.
Like, if he is going to step in and just be that facilitator, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Make sure everybody gets in good position, get them the ball, and it's off to the races. But if he ever has to step in and be that top scorer, I think he can still do it. Last year I was a little skeptical because, he was fat. But, he lost all that weight. He worked out all summer. I think he's in good shape, and I think he's in a better headspace now because of the mess from before, the mess with Brooklyn, like all of that stuff is now behind him. He doesn't have to worry about that anymore.
So season wide, you thinking what, 25-10?
25
Is
and
that
10.
good?
25 points,
As
10
average?
assists.
Yeah,
As average?
Like you think that gets it done
Yeah.
for him?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I don't disagree with that. I still don't think y'all going to the finals, but I think you got a good shot with that.
Yeah. I think though, I think for that to come true, Breezy, I think at some point in the season y'all gonna have to make like a serious. Well, I don't want to say a serious trade for somebody, but I'm looking at a team like the Utah Jazz right now, who were somehow 3-1. They were 3-0 before last night, but I get the sense that I don't think the Jazz are going to be any good. I think they're going to fall off a little bit. I do think they have some players that they may put out there on the trading block before the deadline, i.e. a Mike Conley or somebody like that. What do you think about that? Because obviously the Sixers do have some weaknesses on this team. I think they need to rectify that. before the
think it's at
deadline
point
in order
guard,
to. What's up?
You think it's at point guard though?
I don't think it's at point guard, but if they did somehow trade for Mike Conley, I wouldn't be upset at that. You got another facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if we did trade for someone like Mike Conley, like that would be the guy with our second unit.
Yeah.
You know, and again, you know, you need shooters coming off of the bench, and like I feel like our bench did well yesterday, but you know they have to be much more consistent than they were these first couple of games. So having a shooter like Mike Conley come off the bench with that second unit, I think it'll definitely bump this team up a little bit.
Yeah. And maybe you get one of them white boys from Utah that are, you know, some shooters. You might trade for a couple of those guys.
Yeah, I was thinking
Maybe.
more of the shooters. I mean, not that Mike Conley ain't a shooter. I'm talking about like sit there waiting for you to pass to him shooters.
Or Maestro. We talked about this guy a couple weeks ago. Kevin Herter, who we thought was still on the Hawks. He's actually in Sacramento. And
really?
Yeah, I don't think Sacramento's going to be any good this year. That's a guy that could be on the trading block in February.
It's possible.
Maybe.
But you know, seeing how the first half of the season goes will really determine, you know, who really ultimately gets on the trading block.
Who you feel like? Let me ask you, because we just kind of assumed based on what we talk about the Sixers. What do you feel like the weaknesses for the Sixers are?
I mean, it's really shooting.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
You know,
that's what
I
I
agree.
think too.
I feel like a lot of the teams now, especially going into this year, they've gotten so much younger. And you've got, you know, pace is a big thing in basketball.
Yeah.
You can't be the slowest pace team and expect to win games on a continual basis. You can't.
Yeah.
Like you
Not
have
this
to get out in
conference, you
transition. Exactly. You have to get out in transition. You have to be able to score points. Like that it just is what it is.
Yeah.
If you're getting outran by somebody who's 19, 20 years old coming off the bench, like that's a problem to me.
That's the problem. Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, I mean, we know what this team looks like without Joel Embiid, and they are fast paced. They get out in transition. It's beautiful to watch.
Yeah.
But when and this is no knock on Joel, man is like 7'6", like
Right.
I get it, but he's got to pick up the pace. He's got to pick up, and I don't mean like, you know, making a dunk and then hanging out on the 3-point line. Like, no, like he needs to be comfortable under the basket. That's where he should live, because he literally can dominate anybody in this league.
Right.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Should have been the MVP last year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So,
said it.
so who do you feel like in crunch time? You know, for me, James Harden has to have the ball, even though we don't believe in him in crunch time. But is there somebody else in your mind who you feel like can be in the clutch on this roster?
Probably Tyrese Maxey.
Okay.
If he could get it going, I mean, we've seen how well he developed last year throughout the season. If he can get to a point where he is just like steadily rising, you know, numbers are increasing every game, things like that, I would trust him in crunch time.
Okay.
No question.
Okay.
No doubt.
Okay.
Hey, back to the Eagles for a second, Breezy. I want to know who your top 5 Eagles are all time. Your top 5 Eagles, not the general public's top 5, not the masses' top 5. I want to know your top 5.
Okay, so am I going like 1 to 5 or 5 to 1?
5 to
However
1.
you. Okay, yeah.
I like
That's
suspense.
Fine.
5 to
That's
1.
fine. That's fine.
Okay. So 5 to 1, my 5, and this is pending. It will be Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
I loved watching him in college. When the Eagles drafted him in the second round, I was one of the very few people who were okay with it.
Yeah.
And got dragged for 2 weeks because I was okay with the pick. But I think, you know, he hasn't hit his ceiling yet. And I think there's a lot of winning. There's a lot more development that can come from him. So I'm excited to see where he goes with that. Number 4 is Jason Kelce.
Okay.
literally best center in the league. I don't know what the city would do without him at that position. I mean, we've seen the offense crumble when he's not there. But he is the glue, and he will never have to pay for anything in this city ever.
Yeah.
Like that's how much he means to us. Number 3, Deshaun Jackson. That is my guy.
Yeah, my team just picked him up.
Yeah. When we drafted him, I think I had 4 or 5 of his jerseys.
No, that's hilarious.
Disgusting.
I get it.
It was disgusting.
No, I mean, one thing, he fly.
Yeah.
That is, you can't. I gotta respect Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah, and the one thing that made me love him the most was I think it was a preseason game. Maybe his rookie year or his second year. 14 seconds left at halftime, or right before halftime. Kickoff return, and my sister's like, "Oh, like let's run to the store," and I'm like, "No, clock's not at 0 yet. Like,
right,
anything could happen."
Oh, you one of them fans?
Oh yeah. I don't move until halftime. My phone is on do not disturb during football. I don't play. You call me, you're getting cussed out.
Yeah. She told us that on social media, bro.
Yeah.
That's how serious she is.
I didn't see that tweet, but that's what's up.
I do not have time.
Yeah, it's on her IG too.
Respect.
Yeah. But 14 seconds left, caught the ball, and took him 15 seconds to get to the end zone. And I was like, see, this is why you stay until the clock is 0-0.
Mm-hmm. Must be nice to have somebody that fast, though.
I know, it's beautiful.
I mean, historically, he's probably one of the fastest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And even in his late ages, when he was in Tampa, I think it was,
he still gets jobs because people fear his speed. Let's be clear about that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But we'll see how he does with the Ravens. We'll see. I'm excited that he's back, but
yeah, he's supposed to suit up
there with age.
I know. He's supposed to suit up Thursday for us when we play Tampa. Nice. So maybe he scores a couple touchdowns on them just to show.
Nah.
Couple touchdowns on Tampa.
Stop talking crazy,
maybe
bro.
one. Maybe
stop
one.
talking crazy,
let's start
bro.
small.
Okay, I'll take one. I'll take one touchdown.
Start small.
I need a win. That's all I care about.
How about he gets a bomb and how about just let's start slow.
Wait, time out. Can Lamar Jackson throw bombs?
Yes.
I'm gonna say yes.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can.
No,
oh, come on, Breezy. Don't do that to me.
Listen. There was a point in time where he was not throwing the ball. So,
that's true.
I just wanted to be sure.
I think he's proven that. I think he's proven he can throw bombs at this point.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Shawty spicy. Good Lord have mercy.
Good gosh, man.
My number 2 is Asante Samuel.
Okay.
Told you guys I was big on defense.
By the way, this is a great fucking list. I just got to tell you.
Yeah. He was one of the best players I think I've ever seen play. Ball hawk. He was just always around the ball, and the interception king. Like that's what he is to me. Yeah. So love Asante Samuel. And then of course, this shouldn't be up for debate at all. Number 1, Brian Dawkins.
I was just about to say, you better have Dawkins number 1.
that is my guy. When I worked at the Link, I was working there when he had his retirement ceremony, and he had walked past me where I was stationed at, and he had like one person with him, and I was like, Brian, can I take a picture? My dad's a huge fan, blah blah blah. My dad's name is Brian too, so we had that. And he asked me my name, and I said it was Briana, and he was like, "Let me guess, your dad's name is Brian?" I was like, "Yep." He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "We don't get very creative with names if we're named Brian first." So I was like, "No, it's all good." But he was probably like the nicest person, nicest athlete I think I've ever met in my life.
That's what's up.
And then for him to retire, come back, work with the team, or, you know, in one way, shape, or form. And then for us to win a championship with him here was like,
yeah,
it goes beyond words.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine.
That's what's up. I love the list, by the way. That's a great list.
It's a good list because there's good people there. So it's not like you didn't throw like some wild person that don't deserve to be on the list, but it wasn't like the per se expected list. So yeah.
And speaking of Asante Samuel, I love how he's roasting Bill Belichick on Twitter the way he's been doing it for a while.
I love retired athletes. They got time.
Yeah.
And it is fantastic to watch.
Yeah. I love it, man. It's great.
Man, you got me thinking about what my kids might be named if they would have went off of my government name. I guess thank God for their mama.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Oh, Breezy, we definitely appreciate your time. Thank you so much for blessing us with your presence on this podcast. Just let everybody know where they can find you at on social media and a little bit more about your podcast.
And about saying, make sure she plugged the show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you can find me on Twitter at yourhost_Breezy. I'm on Instagram at Sports and Stilettos Podcast. And then you can find the show, Sports and Stilettos Podcast, on any podcasting platform. If you can't find it when you search it, just DM me and I'll send you a link for it.
No doubt.
That's what's up.
Hey, again, thank you so much. Best of luck to the Phillies in the World Series. I just wish my boys could have been there with y'all, playing y'all.
Well,
but
you know, it sucks when you choke at the end. So. Sorry.
I thought the twisted knife, but I was like, I'm gonna let him have his pain to himself because I always.
I mean, it's not pain if it happens consistently.
Yeah.
The Yankees?
I'm just saying.
The Astros. They got
shot. Yeah.
Got shot.
Yeah. Pedro said it the other night. The Astros are our daddies. So I
gotta hold that one.
Yeah. Got swept, man. Like I'm in my feelings.
I thought y'all would make it at least a little bit of a competition. But damn.
God, man.
And it's crazy because, and I won't hold you too much longer. I promise. Man, the way you Yankee fans were talking. I mean, shout out to Aaron Judge. He got his record.
Got the record.
All those fabulous things, but
that took 15 years to do.
Yeah,
like I was getting sick of them switching the channel, split screen him every single time he was at.
Oh, during college football.
Yeah.
It was getting annoying.
Yeah.
But man,
it's the Yankees.
Y'all had that epic letdown. I'm starting to feel like the Astros is definitely y'all daddy since that scandal happened. You know, what was that 5-6 years ago? 6 years ago.
Yeah.
They were, and you gotta, man, the Astros, man, because for some cheating motherfuckers, they done damn sure flipped it, got back. Even though they didn't beat the Nationals, but
I was gonna say they didn't beat the Braves last year. They haven't won one since they got caught.
They finding ways to whoop y'all ass. They are finding ways, man. They are finding ways.
Yeah, I gotta hold that. I gotta hold that.
Breezy, I didn't mean to put you through that.
They gotta find somebody.
You're fine. It's cool. The Philadelphia fans hold no L's, so it's all good. You guys go back
until Sunday. Until Sunday.
No.
But Breezy, we appreciate you, Shorty. Be safe out here.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
All right.
No doubt. Definitely be safe in them Philly streets after y'all win the chip.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
We'll be all right. They greased the poles. It's fine.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. We appreciate it, Breezy.
Bye.
All right. Later.
Shout out Breezy, man.
Yep. That was dope. That was one of the better ones, man. Make sure y'all go check out her podcast, the Sports and Stilettos Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts, and she's all over Twitter. She's also on Instagram, so make sure y'all check her out. She's got a dope podcast. I wish she would do it every week, but I understand with the schedule, with her daughter and stuff, so she may not be able to, do it every week. But she did one when they played Dallas. She was up for that one. So so she does a really great job on that platform, by the way, too. So so shout out to her. And shout out to the Philly fans. They got some stuff going on in the city, sports wise.
Yeah, that's what's up. What you want to do, man? You want to talk about Deontay Wilder's? Look, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. It's not that the song was so bad. It's not that it was so bad.
Yeah.
I can't take that nigga seriously doing a song when I know that he's a boxer in real life and he be knocking niggas out looking evil. Like, it's a me thing probably. The song is not terrible. I'm never going back to it, but it's not a terrible song.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't want to see you smiling, nigga. I'm sure you get girls. I don't want to see you doing all that. Nah, nigga.
So
you better off. You know what that song made me appreciate?
What's that?
It made me appreciate Shaq's rapping career. It made me appreciate, because at least with Shaq, the beats was never trash. And he ain't never said nothing crazy. Like,
and the appearance, like the guest appearances. Like
that's what I was getting to.
Niggas wanted to do songs with Shaq. Yeah.
That Biggie verse is legendary on Shaq's album. Jay-Z on No Love Laws. Lord Tariq on No Love Laws.
Yeah. Ill Out Scratch.
Yeah, legend. Like, these guys outside of Damian Lillard, because Damian Lillard actually make music that I actually like.
Yep.
Outside of him, all these other cats really make me appreciate Shaquille O'Neal's rap career.
Yeah. And I didn't watch his episode on Drink Champs. I didn't watch it yet, but I saw the clip where he said that he feel like he's the greatest athlete, rapper, like, period, because of the discography.
I don't think that's a debate.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like,
I mean, I don't think that was a debate.
Yeah, at all. And I'll be honest with you, it's by a landslide. Like, it's not even close to anybody that's even tried to do it. And like you said, Dame's, album and his music is really good, but it doesn't it don't compare to what Shaq's done on the mic. It doesn't. When I first heard Deontay Wilder was, had this video, I was like, okay, let me see what he's talking about. I'm thinking he's gonna spit a hot 16, here, there. This man was like drinking it, like singing and all this stuff.
And by the way, don't nobody rap. Not 16 bars is not the traditional rap format anymore, Trey.
I know, but I'm thinking he's gonna spit. Like, I'm thinking he's gonna rap. You know what I'm saying?
So
and he's, trying to swoon the ladies and
doing some more WizKid Afro beat type vibe.
Yep.
And right, if that's what
the song is good. I think the song is good. I wouldn't put it on my Apple, phone, but the song is good. It's not something I wouldn't put it in the rotation.
I can't. It's not a bad song, and it's probably and not that he give a fuck about my little stream, but I just can't. I can't. Like, I'm looking at him like, nigga, you be knocking people the fuck out, dog. I don't believe. And I get it. Somebody would say, well, no man is one thing, but I see you as a boxer. I see you as as a fucking punching, like, to remind myself of how I saw Deontay Wilder after I watched that music video. I went to YouTube and just typed Deontay Wilder knockouts. And it was about maybe not even 18-minute video. But after I watched that video, I realized there's no way I'm going to take you serious at that type of music.
His last fight, that wasn't a good fight, right?
He knocked him out in the first round, his last fight. He just fought 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He fought some.
But the fight before that was not his good fight, right? Okay.
No. Oh, right. Yeah, that was Fury.
Right.
Yeah. So this is him coming back after all his stock. I mean, no shade. His stock went down after his third loss. So now he back knocking niggas out who, he just hit harder than.
Yeah. Well,
but while we talking about that card, I do need to shout out Caleb Plant. which was an undercard in that event.
Yeah.
And he put work in on Anthony Durrell, but it was a lot of it was some controversy about after he knocked Durrell out. Durrell sitting there, he on the mat laid out, and he digging the shovel, throwing dirt on him.
Oh snap!
Like I wasn't mad at it at all, but apparently some people took offense to it, like to the point where the referee grabbed him, like, nah, don't do that type shit.
Okay. I could kind of understand it. I think it was a little clever on his part, but I could kind of understand how people would take that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. This boxing, and they be talking a lot of shit, and I mean amongst each other.
Yeah.
Amongst each other.
They be fighting at the weigh-in joint.
Yeah. Hey, bro, get that energy off. Get that energy off.
Yeah.
So Darrell don't think for a second that he could see you the next time.
Yeah.
So but shout out to Caleb Plant.
I'm with it.
The Caleb Plant.
Yeah, man. Kind of getting back into football for a minute. We knew Matt Ryan was cooked, but I just gotta say it, bro. Like this is a disappointment. This is last season, but this is a disappointment, man. Like how you get traded to the Colts, and I get it. You weren't playing all that well the first few weeks. Y'all beat the Chiefs, which I'm still confused as to how y'all beat the Chiefs in week 3. But
the same reason the Steelers are going to beat the Eagles is why they beat the Chiefs.
Breezy's not here no more, bro.
All right, bro.
But
I wasn't expecting it to be that spicy, Trey. My fault. I wasn't expecting it to be spicy.
Yeah. I'll tell you a quick story about that. So, the week y'all played Buffalo, I think, right? So I didn't know this, but because I have Game Pass on my app here.
Yeah.
And normally when there's a blowout, if you're not, like, for example, that game, if you're not in Pittsburgh or Buffalo, they will switch the game out and they'll go to a more competitive game. She's in Philly watching that game, and the game got switched to another matchup. And she got on Twitter, like, pissed. Like, she was like, look, I don't care if the Steelers are getting stomped. I want to see it. I want to see it to the end. Like, she was, she was going in, bro. And I had to reply. I was like, man, I can't wait for your appearance on 1025, because if I'm seeing this now, Lord knows what we gonna get from you when you come on the pod. So she said, look, if they undefeated by then, it's she going in. So she went in. She went in. But Matt Ryan, you get benched for the rest of the year. It's week 7.
Hey,
I'm trying to think of, have I ever seen something like that in the league before? I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever seen something like that before.
Hey man, he trash, bro. And to be honest, I give credit to Frank Wright for saying, "Hey, bro, you trash."
Do you think?
Because look, how many teams coaches would do that to their starting quarterback that they just started paying money for? Most people would let him sit in there and be trash because they paid him money.
Yeah.
And he says, "Nah." You trash.
Yeah, even if you benched him for a game, that's why I questioned it whether this was just for a game or two.
But he did have an injury, though. Let's be clear about that. Matt Ryan did have an injury.
Oh,
yeah, he did have an injury.
So
what he said, but what I believe Frank Wright said, and I'm paraphrasing, was that he was going to get benched regardless of the injury. Now, I don't know if he meant he was going to get benched for the year regardless of the injury, but he did say regardless of the injury, he was going to be benched.
Yeah. Wow.
So
that's a precipitous fall from,
I mean, it's not like he was playing great football in Atlanta.
He wasn't. Good point. He wasn't. But I wasn't expecting this. And I'll be honest with you. Doesn't this like look like a bad indictment on the Colts in general? I mean,
yeah, it's the reason why you normally wouldn't bench. You would just let him play the season being shit.
Yeah.
Because it looks crazy that you would pick up somebody that ended up being trash that you paid so much money for.
You basically confessing that you guys made a bad decision early. Right. You know what I mean?
I mean, I respect it. I understand the backlash that comes with it, but I do respect it.
Yeah, I've heard some people, and I got a couple of Colts fans that cover the team on my timeline saying that this came from the top, that this came from Irsay and not so much Frank Wright.
I respect that too.
Yeah, and if that's the case, I think you got to question ownership too. I mean, this might be Carolina North, where in the last 3-4 years you got a different quarterback every season, and you can't decide. And I get it with the Colts is different because Phillip Rivers was toward the end, and he retired.
Hey, bruh, I'm sorry. You got to back up off your mic just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to look past it. I can't, you muffling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad. Am I good now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was saying how I think in Indy it's different. I called it Carolina North, but it's a little bit different than that because Rivers was toward the end of his career.
Yeah.
Obviously, Andrew Luck retired. Then they went to Jacoby. And then they got Phillip, and then they got Carson, and then that didn't work out well. And now they got Matt Ryan, and now they're about to change the quarterback again. And so I think it's a bad indictment on the Colts front office, if you ask me. I think at this point, if you're the Colts, you're looking at Bryce Young, and you're saying, hey, how can we get that guy?
Yeah. Speaking of bum-ass quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers has been playing like trash for a few weeks. Let me say congratulations, because say what you want, and I don't think Heineken
played a good game.
Quarterback.
He played a good
game. Good game Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
He played a good game, so I gotta say that. Like I said, I don't think he a good quarterback. I don't believe he's going to become a good quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But he played a damn good game Sunday.
Helps when you got Scary Terry.
Yeah, it helps when you actually throw the ball to him.
Yeah.
So there's that too.
Yeah.
But getting to Aaron Rodgers, I guess the question we first of all, we know there's no Matt Ryan situation happening here. We know that.
No.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
But is this the end? Is this getting close to the end for Aaron Rodgers, in your opinion? Or is this just a bad,
I think it's getting to the end. Now, someone on Twitter had made mention that this was probably going to be his last year. And I'm surprised that it wasn't big news, but someone kind of said within a source that, hey, he'd been talking about this might be his last year. Well,
let's be clear.
It looks that way.
Yeah, and I agree, because he didn't want to play this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We remember. Yeah, let's not forget all the shit that was going on.
Yep.
I mean, hell, some would say that Davante Adams is probably gone because he thought Aaron Rodgers wasn't going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously money as well, but yeah, that has been a conversation. I don't know what's real and what's fake, but it has been a conversation that Davante Adams didn't think that Aaron Rodgers was going to be playing this year. And whatever they did to get him to come play, cool, but it looks like he don't really want to be there.
Yeah, it looks like it. Now, here's the bail that I'll shoot him, because I watched a little bit of that game, and receivers were just dropping passes.
Yeah.
All over the place. That's not just against the Commanders type of thing. We've seen that all year with these receivers. And so I got to shoot him a little bail on that one, but at the end of the day, you Aaron Rodgers, you known for turning, chicken shit into, Caesar salad. So what's good? We've seen you with this type of receiving core before.
30. I don't know if it's been this bad. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I don't know if it's been this bad. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking about Valdez Scantling.
Yep.
Valdez Scantling is cooking in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Lazard looks like a third receiver.
Yeah.
He's like a number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Dobbs look like a 4.
Right. And Tunyon, the tight end, I mean, because I thought he was solid.
Expect?
Yeah.
But what do you expect from a tight end if he's not, Andrews and Kelsey and
right.
those tight ends?
Right.
Like, you don't expect a tight end to have a 80-yard game. I mean, if you get 50 in a touchdown, like that's a great fucking game for a normal tight end. So I can't really put this on Tunyon. Because you can't all of a sudden make him a number one receiver when he ain't a number one receiver.
Right,
He's a tight end.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it, but...
Lazard is there, I thought, to be the number one receiver.
And they got Sammy Watkins out of free agency, too, and that hasn't really worked out either.
Yeah.
So, look, man, I said it. I thought the Vikings were the favorite to win the NFC North. And it's looking like that's going to be the case this year.
Because I thought Aaron Rodgers was still Aaron Rodgers, and I mean, you got to come to grips that Father Time may have got him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we talk about receivers like Odell Beckham, possibly being in somebody's building even while he's rehabbing his ACL. Why haven't the Packers? If
I'm Odell Beckham, I'm looking at what Aaron Rodgers is doing on the field. I'm good. I'm good.
Good point. Good point. I mean, it's smart on his part to wait and see. Okay, who looks hot right now? Yeah.
Because people are talking heavy about Buffalo.
Yeah.
Imagine. Yeah. People are talking heavy about him.
And Kansas City, for that matter. Even though I think he would fit better in Buffalo because I think the pressure is going to be off of him. And he could, Diggs will be your 1, Gabe will be your 2, Odell Beckham as your 3rd receiver on Buffalo? Yeah. Like, that's... I wouldn't be mad at that.
And then more than that, I don't think the pressure will be on him in Kansas City because that offense is rolling.
It's rolling, but after Travis Kelce, who's the number 1 receiver there right now?
I don't know that a number 1 receiver is really I think Mahomes, much like how we talk about Aaron Rodgers, kind of did that a lot in his career.
Yeah,
made guys who weren't number ones. I mean, hell, I watched Smith-Schuster look like I saw a semblance of old Juju last week.
Because I think it's by committee. I mean, if I'm watching from game 1 to now, it's kind of been by committee.
I think he's throwing to whoever's open and they're making plays for him.
Right.
Period. So I mean, by committee, if that's what we want to go by, cool. But I don't think there is a number 1. I think he's making all of them look good.
If Odell goes to Kansas City, I mean, it wouldn't shock me if he becomes the clear-cut number 1.
Yeah, I don't think he beats out McCole Hardman. McCole Hardman's not because he's better. McCole Hardman's better than Odell, just because but McCole Hardman he's
been there. He knows the playbook.
He knows what. He's just getting open. He's he's getting open. San Fran not no slouch defense. I get they had some injuries, but that's not a slouch defense.
Yeah.
We came in saying that they was the second best defense in the league.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Green Bay is a fall from grace at this point, man.
Yeah.
I wanna show some love to this team, and this may be sort of a hot take. I don't know how you feel about this. The Seattle Seahawks are a legit threat to win the NFC West Division this season.
That's not far-fetched. Let me just answer you. That's not far-fetched. Mm-hmm. Nobody has. They're obviously on top of the division, and nobody has looked like even San Fran.
You can say Geno's the best quarterback in that division right now.
You can definitely say that.
Yeah.
It sounded crazy when you said it, but you are 100% correct.
Yeah.
You can definitely say that Geno is the best quarterback in that division right now.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the play of the quarterback. I mean, and you look at the play of all the other quarterbacks in the division. I mean, Stafford's turning the ball over. Kyler hasn't been spectacular. And Garoppolo's, on Sunday he had a few bad throws again. So, I think through 7 weeks of football, Geno looks the better of the 4.
It's not even look. He is the better in 7 weeks. He's the better quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
not even looks.
The one concern I think you have about Seattle is defensively, they're not very good, and I think they've had a couple of better outings the past couple of weeks. I know they gave up like 40 something to the Lions a few weeks ago. Then I think they got blown out. Or well, they didn't get blown out, but they, the defense played terribly against the Saints a few weeks ago also. But those are the two games that you could really point to and say, hey, the defense is really, really bad. But they've kind of stepped up these last couple of weeks. They beat a very good Chargers team, and I'm trying to still figure out who the Chargers are in terms of, what their team is. I know they got injuries all over the place and, guys coming back. I know Mike Williams is going to be missing some time. I heard that last week. That's going to be a big blow if Keenan Allen doesn't come back.
Yeah.
But I think to me that is a good win for Seattle, given the expectations of what we feel the Chargers could be versus us not, really caring about what Seattle's doing. Nobody expected this from Seattle up to this point.
You just made me feel like I need to twist the knife on a few young quarterbacks. Justin Herbert looking real mid this year so far.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he's had the rib injury. He's been hurt, but he's looking real mid. And Kyler Murray, that whole watching film clause. I hate to be that guy.
There might be something to it.
I hate to be that guy, but now you don't have. But now contractually, you don't have to look at 4 hours a week. So now my mind goes to, well, how much did y'all have him clocked in? How much film did you have him clocked in there watching before you made such a low request contractually?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Now, I'm not gonna go as far as to say he don't watch no film, but I will go to say that, and I get that they won this past week, but
and D-Hop is back.
I was about to say, and DeAndre Hopkins is back, so maybe that changes some things.
Yep.
But he's definitely been mid since he's got, maybe a little below mid since he's got this contract.
Maybe DeAndre Hopkins will help fix that.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. And Hollywood's not coming back, and that's why they made the trade for Robbie Anderson. So now you got Robbie and D-Hop, and that's going to be tough to defend. If I'm a defense, I'm looking at those two guys and saying, well, we got our work cut out for us.
Well, you also say I can get to the quarterback though.
Well, that's true also. Especially if he holds the ball too long. Kyler has done that on several occasions. And most of the time, he's made magic out of it.
We shall see.
Yep. We definitely see. Definitely see, man. Let me give a shout out to Mocha Bella in the YouTube live chat.
Mocha Bella, you got it, girl. You got it, shorty. You got it.
She said nothing about the game. It's funny. She's in the chat. And she mentions nothing about the Dolphins win over the Steelers on Sunday.
I bow down. Y'all got it.
But you did say she texted you, so she probably got it in. Me.
Well, I hope I texted you in the morning. My heart was broken Sunday night, but I did text you in the morning.
Yeah. So shout out to you. Shout out to the homie Melvin too, man. To the brother right there. I just got one last thing, and we could call it quits here. I've been looking at the Knicks schedule for when they play the Wizards, and there's a couple of dates in the schedule: January 13th, which is a Friday, and also Friday, February, I want to say 24th. I want to say. So I'm looking to get some tickets to the game.
No. I just got finished talking to Sharif about that.
Okay. I did too, by the way.
We need to go that whatever one we decide, we need to go talk to him about getting them seats.
Yeah, that's what I asked him about.
All right, yeah.
That's what I asked him about. Yeah.
We on the same page.
Absolutely, bro.
We on the same page.
Absolutely, man.
I just said something to him about that the other day.
Absolutely. That's why you're my brother, man.
Shout out the homie.
Shout out to the homie.
Sharif, make it happen, bro. We talking about it on air. Make it happen, bro.
Yep. Need those seats. Definitely need those seats. It's been a while.
I'm trying to talk crazy. Hey, Bill, I need 40 points tonight. I'm trying to talk to Bill like, hey, I need 40 tonight.
Oh man, I'm let my homie Jalen Brunson know. Hey man, continue moving that ball the way you've been moving it these past 3 games.
I need to talk to my man Bill. I need to talk to Denny, man. I need to talk to my squad, man.
Oh man, can't wait for that, man. Can't wait for that. Definitely, we got to make that work. We got to make that happen.
Yeah.
Special shout out to again Breezy for coming through, on the podcast, with the slick talk. Appreciate her. Shout out to everybody in the chats. Shout out to everyone that's out there listening. If you missed this episode, you can catch us wherever you get your podcast at. Don't forget, click the like button on the Facebook page. Also, click the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. You can follow us on Twitter at Barbershop SPOR2. You can also follow us on Instagram at Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast. And if you got any questions or any comments for us, you can hit us up on the email at barbershopsportstalk1@gmail.com. That's it, man. Got another one in the books.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you always, my homie.
Yes,
and
sir,
we gonna do this again next week, folks. Y'all have a great and blessed week. We'll be back next Tuesday. Peace.
Recording stopped.